let's go. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Happy Tuesday. This is our Tuesday takeover where we cover a variety of reality TV news, and pop culture news. If you missed it, we just dropped a new video, a new update on Wendy Williams. Be sure to check out that at-length interview that Kevin Hunter Jr. did with The Sun, talking about his mother's sobriety, talking about the people that are around her. There's a lot that he uncovers in the very first time of him even talking publicly about his mom. So be sure to check that out. We'll talk briefly a little bit about it during our Tuesday takeover. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Don't forget to let me know where you are watching from. Guys, get those likes up. I apologize for the wait, but you know, Tuesday takeover really is a very hard show to produce. Along with putting out the Wendy Williams video, I've been preparing for Tuesday Takeover, just gathering all of the stories that we have to cover today, including the untimely death of Jacky Oh. We have to talk about Tyler James Williams from Abbott Elementary speaking out in regards to the gay rumors that have been going around about him. We also have to talk about Justin Combs, Diddy's son, getting arrested for a DUI in the same week that Danny Lee also got arrested for a DUI. What is going on with you people? Why are you, not necessarily, because DUIs is not just drinking, y'all. It's driving under the influence of something. So a lot of that's happening, and it's very irresponsible. Look, I remember I grew up in the age where they were talking, like, it was heavy in school. Don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive. I think maybe we need to start doing that again, reminding people not to drink and drive. Because not only could you hurt yourself, you could hurt an innocent bystander. Just saying. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. Oh, shoot. We got a good season, y'all. "90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days." That's how I got into 90 Day Fiancé, not the original version. It was 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days with Darcy. That's how I got into 90 Day Fiancé. So this is one of my favorite spinoffs of 90 Day Fiancé. So we're going to talk about that. We just finished talking about 90 Day Fiancé the other way, which is another one of my faves. We have to talk about 90 Day Fiancé Love in Paradise because I just watched the latest episode, which reminds me, hold on, turn my iPad off. All right. So we have to talk about that. And this new show, Match Me Abroad, I'm literally in the middle of it. So I'm not fully up to date on the series because, look, I only have I don't have that much time. Okay. We also have to talk about the Ultimatum, Queer Love. Look, I wasn't sure about this. I wasn't sure about the Ultimatum, Queer Love. Because I was like, I want, shout out to the lesbians. Happy Pride Month. Don't forget our Pride merch is now available, houseofcampfire.com. But I was just like, am I going to get into this? Oh, I'm in. It's good. It's good. I still got to bring over some pictures so we can see who we're talking about. Because, like I said, prepping for this entire show, it's like so many different new shows I had to cover this week. Okay. Match Me Abroad is on HBO Max. Now it's called Max, but it's also on Discovery because they had that they just merged. So Match Me Abroad, that's how I discovered it. It was on Discovery. I was always watching 90 Day Fiancé, but I believe it's on both streaming apps. Whoo, chat. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to uncover. I'm in the middle of watching a lot of these shows, so there are some things that I haven't gotten into just yet. So I won't, no spoilers, okay? I'll be fully up to date by next Tuesday. I'll be fully up to date by next Tuesday, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well that talk about similar topics. Yesterday, we were live to recap Real Housewives of Atlanta, so be sure to check that out. We also were live to recap Summer House Martha's Vineyard. All right. And we had a surprise guest, Bria Fleming from the show, called in. So be sure to check out that interview as well. So let's get into a countdown. Let's get into our Tuesday takeover because, as you know, there's a lot to cover. There's a lot to cover. Come on. Come on. Let's get out of here.
Baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor. I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer. Just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter. I got the fuse. You make a fire. I'll add the fuel. Follow my lead. Just watch your shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool.
Welcome back to the Kempire Channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more, guys. Don't forget to like this video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this live as well. And if you're part of the replay crew or the later on crew, be sure to let us know your thoughts on any of the topics that we're talking about. All right, where do we begin? You know, we always start Tuesday Takeover with some good news, all right? So I do want to talk about Kathy Hilton. So a lot of people have been asking still, I'm actually shocked that people are still asking about Kathy. Is Kathy coming back? Is Kathy coming this season? The season has wrapped. Kathy is not coming back. Well, Kathy has finally confirmed that she won't be returning for another season after 2 really successful appearances as a friend of the show. But you know, her last season was pretty bad. You know, there were all kinds of rumors after the Aspen trip. It really damaged her relationship with Kyle. She has no relationship with Lisa Rinna after this. This, I have to say, also caused for Lisa Rinna to be put on pause after the reunion, because she literally texts Andy after the reunion and says, I quit. You know? So now it's being confirmed that Kathy Hilton's not returning. I thought we kind of assumed this. She didn't show up at all this season. Kim Richards did, and I'm actually more interested in Kim Richards. Look, I loved the little moments, funny moments that we got from Kathy Hilton in these last couple of seasons. But I think it's better for her relationship with her sister that she not be on the show. It's also better for Bravo. Because remember, according to reports, Kathy Hilton had all her lawyers in there trying to edit out certain things and blah, 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 blah. So for me, I'm putting this under the good news. Kathy, we still love you. And people loved her at BravoCon. Like, she had some of the longest lines. People loved Kathy Hilton. But let's let her leave on a high note. I mean, some people might say it wasn't a high note. It was a low note. But no, she still remained really popular after the whole situation because, of course, Lisa Rinna. Who's defending Lisa Rinna? So Kathy Hilton won't be returning, and I'm okay with that, Kathy. We will still like you, love you. Anyways, so Kathy Hilton will not be returning, and I'm going to take that as good news for the Richards family. Okay? The Little Mermaid, as you know, we were just talking about how I went to the Little Mermaid. Was it last week? Where's time going? I don't even remember. Or the week before? I can't remember. Well, Halle Bailey has a lot to celebrate this week because the Little Mermaid movie, the live action movie remake, has grossed over $300 million worldwide. Take that, Aladdin. We talked about that last week. You can go check out what we were talking about. Have you seen The Little Mermaid? What did you think of The Little Mermaid? How would you rate The Little Mermaid from 1 to 10? I'd give it a 9.5. I thought it was good. And I only take away half from it because, look, just because. Just because. So congrats to Halle Bailey and everyone involved in the Little Mermaid remake, live action remake. Is doing very well at the box office, and people are still going out to see it. I feel like I could go see it again. Literally, after I watched it for the first time, I was like, I could go watch this again. I could watch this again. Congratulations to Halle, because first of all, Halle, this is Halle's year. At the end of the year, Christmas Day, we have the Color Purple movie that's happening as well. Halle's in that. She's starring in that as well with Fantasia and a bunch of other folks. Taraji P. Henson. Yeah. Daniel Brooks. A lot of people. All right. Ari says 10 out of 10. Justin says, maybe that's the half I took out. Justin says, Aquafina got on my nerves. Aquafina got on. I don't know. I mean, now that I think about it, she probably was my least favorite voiceover that we had in the movie. But I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. Not to the point where I'm like, oh my God, it was terrible. But yeah. All right. Let me see what you guys say in Shay. Okay. Regina says, it wasn't my favorite Disney remake, but I loved the representation. Yeah. And y'all know we fell in love last week. Do I have my picture here? Hold on. Where's my picture? Do I have it here? I think I do. Or did I? No, I didn't get rid of it. Where is it? Oh, no, that's Halle. Oh, I don't remember what I did with the picture, y'all. Of my favorite girl, her sister in the damn thing. And I can't find it. It's all right. It's all right. You know, if you were here last week, then you saw what I was talking about. All right. Anyways, so that was some good news. Some other good news. You know, look, if you know who I am really, you know at heart, I love me some tech stuff. So yesterday was WWDC, an Apple event that happens every single year. And Apple announced a few new things. I'm not going to get into all the things they announced. I don't care about the 15-inch MacBook Air that they announced, or the M2 this or the M2 that. I don't care about any of that. You know what I cared about? That's been rumored for a very long time. I care about this new Vision Pro. Okay, hold on. Let me bring it up. Because I am so excited about this. Yeah, I'm really into my tech stuff, y'all. I really love my tech stuff. So they announced that this whole new thing, Vision Pro. So there have been rumors. Look, there have been all kinds of different specs on what this was going to look like. I did not think that it was going to look like this. I thought it really was going to look like a pair of glasses, because that's been the thing that a lot of, tech reviewers have been creating. All right. Carby says I took out the 0.5% for the bad Jamaican accent. I don't think he was trying to do a Jamaican accent. I think he was doing his own, Trinidadian accent. But anyways, that's The Little Mermaid. So back to this. So this new, hold on, let me bring my picture back up. Vision Pro is Apple's new artificial intelligence AR glasses. And after I watched a few reviews last night, and I watched Apple's presentation talking about all of the technology that will be involved and what you'll be able to do with it, I was like, sign me up. It's going to be about like $3,500, but a lot of tech reviewers thought it was going to be a lot more expensive than that. And I know what you're thinking, $3,500? Yes. Yes. Okay. Samara says it looks like PlayStation VR. So there are a lot of VR technology that are out there. But I'm excited about this, especially if you are part of the Apple ecosphere. You know what I mean? So you're already within the system. You have the phone, you have the watch, you have all of these things. All of the connectiveness will be there. All right. Justin says the Google Glass was cuter. Actually, I had one. Well, Google Glass was a big womp 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 when it came out. All right. Google Glass, although it looked better, the people really were not interested. But some of the tech reviews are saying that they feel like Apple might have an issue too. But I'm excited about this because, first of all, you'll be able to do all of your... Wait, do I have any pictures of that? I don't think I do. I'm going to show you the real version in like real world. Let me show it to you in the real version, real world. Hold on, y'all. So this is what it looks like. And there's a little battery pack that's attached by a string. Look, by a string. So the cool thing about this is that you'll be able to work. Like, let's say I'm in front of my computer right now. You'll be able to have literal like screens in front of you. You can open up apps. You can watch movies through this thing. However, the battery life is only 2 hours. But if you're not planning to go anywhere and you plan on sitting in your home with it, just keep it attached to an outlet. But the battery life is only 2 hours. All right. It's only 2 hours, but I like it. You know why I like it? Because I'm excited. They talk about, there's so many different specs and things that they said that this Vision Pro can do. All right. You can watch a movie through it. Wait, hold on. Not just that. You know how you go to, like when I went to go see IMAX, Halle Bailey in there, you can literally create a screen that feels that big. They have spatial audio, so it's going to feel like you are in surround sound. And if you have AirPods Pro or any sort of headsets from Apple, you already are familiar with the magic that is spatial audio. I'm excited about it, but I get excited about tech stuff. But I just thought, look, that's some good news for Apple. They're going to get my money. It will be available for purchase at the end of the year, but actually available early next year. I don't look, y'all. Mind your business when you see me with them on, okay? Just mind your business. Okay, you see how you can see her eyes here? Well, that's not real. That's not really her eyes. I mean, it's a visual version. So if someone comes into the room and you have these on, literally, even with everything that's not real, that's in front of you through this headset, these glasses, whatever, you'll be able to still interact with the real world. Because you know some of these other headsets, literally it's a fake world that's in front of you, but you'll still be able to interact with the real world while you have this headset on. I'm getting it. I don't care. Look, I'm getting it. Anyways, I want to tell you guys about this. This is what Tuesday Takeover is. It's a mix of pop culture news, and you know Apple, regardless of how you feel about them, if you're a Samsung person, they are a part of pop culture news. They're a part of pop culture news, especially when they make a monumental announcement like this one. Complete new technology. Trenda says, can I borrow yours, Campfire? Not my $3,500 Vision Pros. What if you break them? But rewinding back, as I was saying, you can interact with the real world. So if someone comes into the room and you're trying to speak to them, they're going to see your eyes, but not really your eyes. Wait a minute. Those aren't your real eyes. That's sort of a recreation of your eyes. Okay? Look, I love tech stuff, if you couldn't tell. I love tech stuff. So this announcement was really big news. And they announced a bunch of other things, including the iOS 17, which is going to be really cool as well. As you know, usually in the fall, they have another, announcement for the new phones. The iPhone 15 will be coming out in the fall. But now we have an idea in regards to the new iOS for your computers, your Apple computers, and for your phone. I'm excited about that, because they're making a lot of improvements in regards to this. But you didn't come here for tech reviews. You came here for our Tuesday Takeover. So we're going to move on from that. So that was some of the good news. That I wanted to talk about. All right, let me move into this other thing. And I forgot to bring up this photo that I wanted to talk about. Hold on, y'all. And if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels that talk about similar things. Shout out to everyone here as well. Carla says, I'm a tech person too, so I can relate. See, I know there's some of you that are here for it. I was excited for it. Okay, let me bring this up. We had some sad news yesterday when we were live that Anna Shay from Bling Empire. You remember Anna Shay from Bling Empire? We heard that she passed away yesterday. She was 62 years old, which is quite young when you think about it. So according to the New York Times, they said Anna Shay, an heiress and Los Angeles socialite who became a breakout star of the Netflix series, now a defunct series, Bling Empire, she died at the age of 62 years old. Her family confirmed her death to the Associated Press in a statement which said that the cause was a stroke. It was not immediately clear when or where she died. They said this: it saddens our hearts to announce that Anna Shay, a loving mother, grandmother, charismatic star, and our brightest ray of sunshine, has passed away. Anna taught us many life lessons on how not to take life too seriously and to enjoy the finer things. Her impact on our lives will be forever missed, but never forgotten. Oh, man. This is sad because I have to say, I fell out of Bling Empire during like the middle of their second season, just because time, we get mixed up and we get wrapped up in so many other shows and news that we're covering here on the channel. So I just never got back into Bling Empire or the new Bling Empire that happened here in New York, but both have been canceled. But the star that always stood out to me from season 1 was Anna Shay. There were rumors that she was worth $1 billion. Well, according to reports, she was worth $600 million, but her father, who owned like this whole weapons, and when I say weapons, I'm not just talking about knives and guns. I'm talking about like bombs. You know what I mean? Apparently he had this, weapons business, international business. Her and her brother sold off this business when she was like, for like $1.2 billion. All right. So she's filthy rich. All right. But she had such a big and fun personality. Like she was the breakout star. She was the breakout star of Bling Empire. Justin, you're a fool. Justin says, tomorrow is not promised. Buy those robot eyes, Empire. We were talking about Vision Pro. No, but you know what we always say when we cover someone that has passed away? It's a reminder to the living to live more fully. And she lived a full life. She lived a full life. So shout out to Anna Shay. You will be missed. Cheryl, thank you so much for the super chat. Cheryl says, today is Sex and the City's 25th anniversary. Thank you for the segue, Cheryl. All right. Speaking of Sex in the City, we love And Just Like That. We've recapped And Just Like That, the season 1. That's the Sex in the City spinoff. Well, now, and this has been confirmed, that Kim Cattrall, Samantha Jones, apparently will be making a cameo next season at the end of the season. However, she did not film with the other ladies. So this has gotten a lot of people talking, yes, Kim Cattrall is coming back. She's coming back. And then I even speculated maybe this will open the door for her to return full-time in season 3, until we found out her demands. So according to reports, her demands in order to return to the Sex and the City spinoff, happy anniversary, Sex and the City. I love that show. Iconic. And just like that, in order for her to return, she had 2 demands. She said, I'm not filming with those bitches. She said, I'm not filming with none of those women. And she did not want Michael Patrick King, the executive producer of the show, to be on set when she was filming. Damn. So those were her 2 demands. And I'm sure she also wanted a good payday. Well, here's the thing. I know a lot of people are like, oh, they were desperate to bring Samantha Jones back. No, they weren't. Because Michael Patrick King, I believe, was on the podcast that they did, recapping the show, talking with the writers, and also in interviews, Sarah Jessica Parker, they basically said the door was closed. Because they only said that after the show became a huge hit. It was like the most watched show on HBO Max when it came out. So, And Just Like That did not need Samantha. And even the way that they handled her story and her inclusion on the show, they didn't close the door to her. They just sort of made it, they did a good job. So for Samantha Jones, for Kim Cattrall to come back, I honestly believe that it just made sense for the story that they wanted to tell. And that's the only reason why Sarah Jessica Parker or Michael Patrick King were like, okay, let's see if she'll come back. But they didn't need her. I'm sorry, Kim. I loved you as Samantha Jones, but they didn't need her. And I love our new sort of Samantha Jones. I forgot her name. I apologize. I'm still getting familiar with all these new characters. You know, the one who became like really good friends. She was a real estate agent. All right. She became really good friends by the end of the season with Carrie. I like her. Just saying. Cena says, oh wait, hold on. Cena says, I have all the Sex and the City DVDs from working. I used to work at Walmart and store them. I do too. I have all of the Sex and the City, all seasons. I have all of them in like a nice little package. But I'm excited to see why exactly they've decided to do this cameo with Samantha Jones. Is it a way to close out our story? Who knows? But let me tell you something. In order for Samantha Jones to return, well, remember, there was supposed to be a movie. Okay, let's go back a little bit. So there was supposed to be a third Sex and the City movie. Kim Cattrall allegedly was all signed on, but then allegedly wanted more money and then pulled out. So we never got that Sex and the City movie. And according to SJP, it was a fantastic idea for the third movie. But since the movie didn't happen, it opened the door for this new series on HBO Max. And then, you know, Kim Cattrall went on social media and pretty much blasted SJP for being inconsiderate and she couldn't stand them. Blah, 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 blah. You know what Sassy Shantae? Sassy Shantae says, Kemp loves a DVD child. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Because some of you, that's going to go over your heads. But if you've been around, you know exactly what Sassy Shantae is referring to. Get out my comments, Sassy Shantae. Okay. Yolanda said that the Sex and the City reboot was crap without Kim Cattrall. A lot of the fans on Twitter couldn't stand the reboot without her. Here's the thing. Look, I've seen those comments as well, Yolanda. However, what I will tell you, all those people that were hating on the show, apparently were still watching. As I said to you before, HBO Max had record numbers for the people that watched the And Just Like That show from beginning to end. From beginning to end. Just saying. But it will be interesting to see this cameo and how it plays into this new season. The new season of And Just Like That will premiere on Max June 22nd. And you know we will be recapping it June 23rd. Just saying. Come on now. All right. Nicole says we hate watched. The entire season? It's okay. It's all right. All right, let's move on. Because we're talking about television, Jazzy says DVDs are reliable. We all love them. I haven't watched a DVD in a very long time. I have a bunch, but I haven't watched or used one in a long time. All right, where do we begin? Before we get into some pop culture news, let's get into Love in Paradise briefly. Because I just watched the latest episode before we went live. And first of all, this doctor, I don't know. I don't know what to even say about her. She went over to the family's house and, you know, she has, I don't know if it's diagnosed, but she has like sort of like the phobia of dirt. And like she has OCD. So she has to clean everything. So she goes to her fiance's home to help cook. And first of all, this last week episode, she found out that he had no intentions of moving to the United States. And she does not want to live in the Dominican Republic. I don't know why he's completely surprised. She seemed, as Jamaicans would say, a little stush. But I also understand, here's the thing. She makes a very good living and lifestyle in the United States. I don't know if this is just a storyline, but I also don't want to be one of those ignorant Americans that assume that every person that's not American wants to come to America. No, my own parents, they came here to America, did what they needed to do, and retired right back to Jamaica. They like that lifestyle. But he was really upset with her. He was really upset with her in regards to her feeling as if like she's better. And she does. She does feel that way. She's a little awkward. But I can't even blame her. She has her little things about her, but she looks like she's trying. She's trying to learn the language. Sidebar. Why is it everybody, all the siblings, her fiance's brother and sister, they can speak more English than he does. She's like, he barely speaks English and he doesn't even try. At least she's trying to learn Spanish. At least she's trying to learn Spanish. I mean, it would probably be really helpful in her career too as a doctor. Thank you, Judy. Thank you to shout out to everyone watching on TikTok and those of you watching on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, and those of course, the majority of you that are watching on YouTube as well. This is our Tuesday takeover, and we're talking briefly about 90 Day Fiancé Love in Paradise. So we have that storyline that's playing out. Not that invested. This storyline, you guys broke the news last week that these two broke up. This week we have them fighting. He got real angry with Nicole, but look, if we didn't know, Pedro's family, I think we probably would feel differently about how this scenario is playing out. I honestly feel as if this is just a setup for these two to be on television, Nicole and her mom, Lydia. And I believe this guy signed up for it, but he was not interested. But let's play along. Let's play along. Okay? Let's pretend like he is. First of all, Lydia looks great here. But he likes younger women. And apparently his ex reached out to him right before he came, 2 weeks before he came out to the DR. They've been talking, him and Lydia, allegedly, for a year. They just want to be back on television. It's so hard for me to even play along. I didn't like him getting angry with Nicole, but Nicole always got a lot of mouth. She's cussing him out and saying, only young women only want to be with you because, that's the only reason why young people want to be with you. But then he gets really angry. He's like, well, why don't you bring my children here so that they can step up and defend me? I was like, oh. I mean, I get it. She was constantly coming at him in this episode. All right. Do I have a picture of the other couple? Well, this is the other couple. Look, there's this guy. He works on a cruise, all right, as a bartender. And that's how he met this other American. This woman is now pregnant with his child. She already has 2 other children. They're in, are they in Colombia? Where are they again? I can't remember, y'all. Look, it's a lot of shows that we're covering. You will bear with me. We're talking about 90 Day Fiancé Love in Paradise. All right. So she's pregnant. She's like 2 months pregnant. They just told the boys, her eldest son did not like the news. But at the end of this latest episode of 90 Day Fiancé Love in Paradise, we find out from the friend that she spoke to the woman's like family member, that he indeed had sex with this woman. Even though in this episode he denies it. He was like, she just was reading too much into what I was, doing with her. He went on excursions with this woman. Juan, thank you, Tamara. He went on excursions with this woman. I believe he slept with her. And I know there's always this sort of, stereotype of people that work on cruises or bartenders, but I feel like he fits the stereotype. Because look, that's how he met this woman. That's how he met this woman. But the friend dropped some tea and she said she's not going to upset the day, but she is going to confront him later about what she found out. I believe the friend. He denies it completely. He's like, nothing happened. We were just friendly. And she read more into it, and she reached out to my girlfriend, and she tried to, ruin our relationship. Justin says, I have never been on a cruise. That is just a lot of people in one container. You obviously have not been on like a Royal Caribbean cruise. Those suckers are huge. That's like being on a skyscraper in the sea. It's like a whole other world. Don't do a small cruise, do a huge one. The cruises have been a lot in the news lately. Not for good stuff. Like people jumping off the cruise and then missing forever. Oof. All right, what else happened in Love in Paradise that I'm forgetting? I'm trying to remember all the couples. Like those were the main couples that stood out to me in Love in Paradise. This is the 90 Day Fiancé spinoff. It wasn't the greatest. Oh, wait, we had a brief scene with these two, Carlos and Valentine. I look, a lot of you have seen them in previous seasons on Love in Paradise, and you already expected that these two would not make it. Well, now the wedding is off because Carlos insists on having his friend that he once, look, he once had a crush on, but now he wants to have them at the wedding. And that's the hill you die on. If you decide to choose a friend that you used to have a crush on, and how long has he been friends with this woman? Yeah, he's bisexual, Carlos. That's the hill you choose to die on? First of all, they're two tops. Look, wait a minute.
How you doing?
We talked about this last week. They're two tops. So this relationship was shaky already. That's not going to work. I mean, no, I already told you last week that, yes, I know plenty of tops that are in relationships, but they keep the relationship open so they're still able to have their needs, but they're still able to have a relationship with like everything else that comes with the relationship with their partner. But then when they want their needs met in other ways, their relationship is open. Look, I'm sharing a lot on this Tuesday afternoon. It couldn't be me. I couldn't deal with that. I mean, God bless people that can. That's a lot. That's a lot to keep up with. Just saying. All right. So that was 90 Day Fiancé Love in Paradise Season 4. Again, next week I will have Theo, shut up. Theo said two bottoms. Wait, two tops don't make a bottom. Nope. Nope. Excuse me. I promise next week I'll have all my little stuff together. Look, we've been trying to get this show together today, but there were so many new shows that I wanted to talk about. So I did want to talk about them. I'm learning all the names. This is a lot of names to know and understand. All right. All right. Where do I want to go next? We can go here. Because I briefly just want to talk about this because a lot of you don't know that I just started watching this week. Match Me Abroad. It's a new show on HBO Max. It's no longer called HBO Max. It's called Max. And it's a good show. It's a good show. And it's basically, the matchmakers are the bottom three. First of all, the lady on the left, the white woman, she is hilarious. Like, I would not want her matching me. She's comedy, though. She's comedy. So at the top there, you see these are the couples that want to be matched. You know what I'm loving that I'm noticing on 90 Day Fiancé and on more reality TV? We are meeting real people. When we thought that these shows had lost their luster, they can't find anybody to be on the show, they're bringing in people that are deaf. That's happening on 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days. Match Me Abroad, we have someone that is on the spectrum of autism. I'm loving this because everybody deserves love and all these people are getting in relationships. So now we're seeing that representation on shows like Match Me Abroad. So basically the premise of Match Me Abroad is very like 90 Day Fiancé. However, you have literal matchmakers. The matchmakers are the bottom three. They are the matchmakers in these particular countries. All right. So one country is Prague, or one city, I should say, is Prague. The other is Morocco. And is it Colombia that she wanted to go? Somewhere in South America. She's from New York City, this woman. All right. And the way that this is all set up, the way this is lined up in this picture, guys, literally, these are their matchmakers. Okay. So they have matchmakers that are in these other countries that are finding dates for them. First of all, the lady from New York, I apologize. What's her name? Susan? Might have been Susan. I can't remember everyone's name. Okay. Look at Justin. Look at Justin. The matchmaker guy is cute. Go down to South America. All right. So Match Me Abroad. So the matchmakers have been given the job to find dates for these folks. So the lady from New York went on this date in South America. Where is she? Was she in Colombia? Y'all remind me. She was somewhere in South America. Homegirl, I felt for her because every time she tried to have a conversation with this man, he was cute. And this is why I always tell you guys, it doesn't matter about just physical attributes. It's about the person. This guy comes in. You can't even, the homegirl could not even talk. He kept on interrupting her. And delusional, by the end of the date, when she's like, I don't see there's a love connection. He's just like, well, you got to take time for these things. Sir, she's not interested in you. And like, you didn't even show interest in her. He didn't show interest in her at all. All right. So that is Match Me Abroad on HBO Max. You can also watch it on Discovery Plus. They're not paying me, but at this point. And that's how I first discovered it. I was like, what's this show, Match Me Abroad? And then you guys would tell me, oh, it's on HBO Max. And I was like, really? But so far, so good. Homegirl, the black woman in the middle, she's like, she told her family that she's ready to start dating and that she's going to Morocco. And her family was like, Morocco? Sidebar. They, look, I don't remember all their names, so I apologize if I'm referring to them like this. But the white guy, so he's on the spectrum of autism, but he's also really brilliant too. So he has all these patents and ideas and things like that, and he shows us his journal. So he's trying to protect his assets before he gets into his relationship. Mind you, he hasn't even met the person yet. They're going to go to these countries and go on dates. So they haven't even met their person. It'll be interesting to see if they actually find anyone. We get to see the black girl's first date. I was like, okay, you went to Morocco, and I know, I just said this. I know I'm a hypocrite. I know I'm a hypocrite. But as soon as I saw the man, I was like, that we're in Morocco. That's who they found for her. But he might love on her. He might love her to the moon and back, and that's all that matters. But I have to say, Justin called that man a patent troll. No, he's smart. He's smart. He's protecting himself. Okay? But no. So she went to Morocco, and I was just like, that's who they found for her? Oh. All right. Okay. Woo, woo, woo. But he might love on her, and he might be the one. Okay, moving on. Hold on. Let me just pull up because I want to be able to talk about the couples on The Ultimatum Queer Love. So that's another show that I'm watching that's on Netflix. You probably have watched the show The Ultimatum. Well, now it's Pride Month. Come on.
How you doing?
It's Pride Month, so we now have The Ultimatum Queer Love, and it's a bunch of lesbian women that are in relationships that come to the show. They've given their partners the ultimatum because they want to get married. And this project, this experiment, they break up with their partners and then they cohabitate and have relationships with other people that are amongst these couples. So it's couples switching and not in that way. They're not swinging. It's couples switching partners. All right. Hold on. Let me just make sure I want to pull up the names so I know everybody. Like I remembered the names this week as I was watching them and I'm not fully up to date. So no spoilers in the chat. I think I'm on like episode 3, but it's really, really good. It's really, really good. I wasn't sure if I would be able to get into it, but I am loving it. I am loving it. All right, let me pull up the names because I want to make sure I know everyone that I'm talking about. All right, hold on. Because Vanessa, look, I do know Vanessa's name because she is the worst. She is the worst. Why is she on this show? She's just on this show for, I don't know what reason, to be famous? I don't know what reason she's on this show. Let me see if I can get the cast here for me because I would much rather have the cast photo here if I could. Hold on, y'all. I know it's a live show. Y'all will bear with me. Y'all will bear with me. All right. So this is some of the cast that's on The Ultimatum Queer Love. Let me just get the cast names so I can remember everyone. I kind of remember certain people's names, but, you know, look. Look. Let me just... All right. Oh, I love this. Netflix posted the cast and their pronouns. Love it. Love it. The era that we are in. Okay. Let me take this picture down so you guys can see me. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is Tuesday Takeover, where we cover a variety of pop culture news and reality TV news. Victoria says, hate Vanessa. She's a flake. She's a flake. She's the worst. Of everyone that's on this cast, she is the worst. Let me bring up a picture of Vanessa. Hold on. I really like Mal. Look. Mal is so cute. Like, Mal is so cute. All right, let me just bring up all these photos, y'all. Oh, and you know what I feel? I feel bad for Xander. Xander is originally Vanessa's partner. I feel bad for Xander because at one point Xander is trying to defend Vanessa when she's called out by the other women for not really being here for the full experiment. So I kind of feel bad. I really do feel bad for Xander. But look, Xander, you get what you put up with. Is Xander going to stick with this person at the end? I hope not. I kind of want Xander to end up with Yoli. That's who Xander has chosen. Hold on, let me just, guys, I'm just uploading these things as we speak so we can talk and so you can see who I'm talking about. All right, because there's also someone else that I don't love on this cast that I want to mention as well. Hold on, let me just uploading these photos here, y'all. Guys, don't forget to like the video. I will be taking some short callers at the end of the live so you can share your thoughts on all of what we've been discussing here on our Tuesday Takeover. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull these photos over. There we go. Hold on. All right. I actually think this couple, Ozzy and Sam, I think that Ozzy and Sam are actually going to choose each other again. They actually don't seem like they have that much of an issue. But again, the premise of this show is the ultimatum that the people involved here, someone has given the ultimatum that they want to get married. All right. But again, I'm in the middle of watching this season of The Ultimatum Queer Love. Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. Let me just say thank you. We had a super chat. Oh, no, I don't have a super chat. I saved this, though. Your local neighborhood dad says, Apple are going to have the same issue Google Glass had, that damn price. Ain't nobody paying for fake reality when we barely afford real reality. That's hilarious. Oh, okay. What did I miss, Victoria? Don't tell me. Ozzy needs therapy? Ooh, I'm not there yet. All right. We'll get back to that. So let me just show you some of the couples. Y'all. Hold on. All right. So there's Lexi and Raylan. Hold on. Let me pull this up. This is Lexi and Raylan. I actually like Lexi. She's a little annoying sometimes. So okay, baby says Ozzy doesn't need to be in a relationship. Oh, Crystal says Ozzy needs therapy ASAP. What happened? I'm so mad that I didn't get to watch all the episodes before this live. But I'm in the middle of watching it. And it's so good. The Ultimatum Queer Love. Ooh, Crystal says Ozzy had some severe childhood trauma. Wow. Sanchira says that great show. Vanessa is awful. Yeah, she is. So I'm only up to that. But a lot of you are telling me some stuff about Ozzy, and I really liked Ozzy from the beginning. What happened? But obviously there are issues. They wouldn't be on this show if there weren't issues in their relationship. All right. So this is Raylan and Lexi. They're original couples together. Then this is another person that I have an issue with. Tiff and Mildred. Mildred, their relationship is not going to work. I could see them not choosing or at least Mildred not choosing Tiff. All right. So there's something about Tiff that just rubs me wrong. Seems like Tiff is the problem. Look. I mean, I'm sure Tiff is the one who got the ultimatum. Right? Yeah, Tiff is the one who got the ultimatum from Mildred. Well, they've switched partners. Then there was Vanessa and Xander. Again, I love Xander. Can't stand Vanessa. But they both came into the show not being 100% transparent. But Vanessa? Ooh, can't stand her. But now you guys are telling me that Aussie has a lot of issues. And I ended up loving Aussie in the first 3 episodes, but I guess we will have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see till next week when I fully caught up on the Ultimatum Queer Love. Exactly. Kimberly says, Tiff and that dang dog. That's what I'm up to. Because they end up having a fight. Her new relationship, end up having a fight. Because Tiff and Sam end up together as a couple. But that's not before Tiff is like, I choose my girlfriend, Mildred. Mildred runs out of the room crying and upset. But they end up going on with this project. Courtney says Xander is hot. No, you know who I think is hot? Mal. I think Mal is hot. Where's Mal at? Hold on. Where's Mal? No. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't bring up Mal. Where's my Mal picture? Hold on, y'all. I got to bring up my Mal picture because Mal is hot. Now, I need to bring up a picture of Mal where you can see her face to face. Hold on, y'all. Let me bring up the picture where you can see Mal's face. Because you saw her on my thumbnail. Mal is yummy. I actually like Yoli and Mal as a couple visually, but that doesn't mean anything in regards to an actual personalities. So let's be honest. So Mal and Yoli are here. That Mal is the black woman. Or I look, what are the pronouns? Let me go back. Let's be respectful. What is Mal's pronouns? Hold on. I'll tell you right now. You know, Mal goes by she, her, they. Okay, so yeah. So Mal's cute, but also the one to get in trouble with. Those be the ones. But Mal and Lexi end up together in this new relationship. But again, I didn't want to give you any spoilers because I'm literally in the middle. Dainty says, I love Mal. I'm still trying to get over you guys telling me that Aussie is the problem. Exactly says Yoli's in love with Xander, right? On their first night together, she has Xander, because Xander is a physical therapist, give her a massage. And she said usually she's not into people touching her. Yet, and she also said that in her relationship with Mal, they had to work on getting to the place where Mal could touch her. But on the first night with Xander, she's like legs spread akimbo, ready for that massage. That's quite telling. That is quite telling. I didn't really get into the original The Ultimatum, but now I am fully into The Ultimatum Queer Love on Netflix. Replay crew, as always, be sure to let me know your thoughts on this show or any of the other shows that we've talked about. But I did want to briefly talk about some of these shows because this is what we do when we talk, when we do Tuesday Takeover. So let me just make sure I have all my notes that I want to cover, everything that I wanted to cover. All right. Well, since we're talking about queer love, let's talk about Tyler James Williams. You know Tyler James Williams. He's on Abbott Elementary. He was on Everybody Hates Chris. He was also on that zombie show that you guys used to love. Well, apparently he came out on social media. Not came out like that. Now, come on. No, he came out on social media to address the rumors that people have been talking about, saying that he's gay, blah, 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 blah. And I love what he had to say in on his Instagram in regards to this. So he says this on his social media in regards to the rumors. He says, usually I wouldn't address stuff like this, but I feel like it's a conversation. It as a conversation is bigger than me. I'm not gay, but I think the culture of trying to, quote, find some kind of hidden trait or behavior that a closeted person, quote, lets slip is very dangerous. Overanalyzing someone's behavior in an attempt to, quote, catch them directly contributes to the anxiety of a lot of queer and queer questioning people feel when they fear living in their truth. It makes the most pedestrian of conversations and interactions in spaces feel less safe for our gay brothers and sisters and those who may be questioning. It also reinforces an archetype many straight men have to live under that is oftentimes unrealistic, less free, and limits individual expression. All right, but he wasn't done. He wasn't done. He then said, I've been very clear about the intentionality I try to put into using my platform to push back against those archetypes every chance that I get. I get being straight doesn't look one way. Being gay doesn't look one way. And what may seem like harmless fun and conversation may actually be sending a dangerous message to those struggling with real issues. All right? Let me read that again. For those that are just joining us. And he says, what may seem like harmless fun and conversation may actually be sending a dangerous message to those struggling with real issues. I refuse to inadvertently contribute to that message. Happy Pride to all of my queer and questioning brothers, sisters, and individuals. I pray that you feel seen in ways that make you feel safe in the celebration that is this month. As an ally, I continue to be committed to assisting in that where I can and helping to cultivate a future where we are all accepted and given permission to be ourselves.
How you doing?
Come on. No, I thought that was so well put, and it's such the perfect message for Pride Month. That's the perfect message for Pride Month. So shout out to Tyler James Williams for putting out that message, because I think it was necessary, not only because of the month, but because of what he was saying, which leads me into reminding you guys, this month we're trying to raise $2,500 for the Trevor Project, an organization that has assisted the LGBTQIA plus community, especially our youth, before it was popular. This organization has been around helping the LGBTQIA plus community. After the live, you will see a link for the replay crew on ways for you to contribute. Go check out some of our other videos and you'll be able to see a link so you can contribute to the Trevor Project fundraiser that we have here on the channel. You can also support the channel by heading on over to houseofkempire.com for our Kempire Pride merch for 2023. All right. Okay. Where's my sip? Let me take a sip. All right. Did I talk about all the shows? Oh, I did not talk about all the shows that I want to talk about. All right. Let me talk about this show. How are you guys feeling about this second season of College Hill Celebrity Edition? It's not giving the way that I wanted it to give. It's not hitting like season one. Remember, we even did a separate recap talking about College Hill Celebrity Edition. I love seeing Tiffany New York Pollard on the show. I love what we're learning from them being at this HBCU. The midterms this week, I'm like, oh, triggered. I don't want to remember midterms. So they're literally in the middle of midterms, French class, theater class. Like, we have some really humorous moments on College Hill Celebrity Edition, but I don't know if it's the cast. Look, they could have left Ray J where you found him. Ray J is just so fake and phony. You know what I mean? I don't need him on the show next season. Hopefully he'll graduate this season. Jocelyn and Amber apparently get into a physical fight this season. That's awkward. Shout out to Jocelyn Hernandez. You know, she just had a recent performance, and she said this was like her very first performance in a very long time where she was performing sober, where it was no drugs, no alcohol. And I was like, good for Jocelyn. Because, you know, I've been worried. Because some of the aggression that I've seen, I'm like, is she all right? So shout out to her. You know, we've had a few instances with her that were a little like, oh, I don't like seeing this side of Jocelyn. I want to see a fun side of Jocelyn. So we have that. Amon's just there. At least with season one, who was he wasn't a basketball player, but he was a rapper. I know he changed his name. I can't think of it. He dated Beyonce. You guys remind me in the chat. All right. So Iman's not really adding anything to this situation. It's not entertaining. It's not interesting. This week we have a fight between Amber Rose and her friend, Quay. All right. I like learning a little bit more about Quay. I don't know if Quay was just being extra sensitive in this moment. Who knows? But they've had a relationship and a friendship before this. Ray J and New York, Tiffany had their own little issue, but I can never take Tiffany Pollard seriously. I don't know if she's ever really angry at someone. So they had their issue this week as well. I didn't love this particular episode, but what saved this episode is when we dig into the educational part, which is actually kind of surprising. You know what I mean? But Slim Thug, thank you guys for the reminder. That's who I was referring to from last season, who ended up being very lovable and interesting. But the best part for me watching this show, and I don't know if anyone else can relate, is not about their interactions. I don't even care about their interactions because it feels forced. It's not fun. I'm more interested in the education, the things that they're learning, the things that they're sharing. When Jocelyn goes up and she talks about, I forgot his name, but he was Puerto Rican, and he was also very much involved in, what was it, the Renaissance period? When was it? No, the Harlem Renaissance period. I was like, oh, wow, I never heard of him. I didn't know about him, and I didn't know he was Puerto Rican. I love those elements that we get from this show. I just don't know how I feel about the cast this season. It's not hitting for me. It's not hitting for me. Like, I probably would have kept Amber. I probably would have kept Jocelyn. Orion can stay because everybody needs a Cynthia Bailey. All right? Everybody needs a Cynthia Bailey. So I like Orion there. He's good eye candy. Parker, Amon, Ray J, there's too many people. Even Quay. And I know Quay is not his character that he plays, but usually someone with that type of personality brings a different energy to the group. It's look, there's too many in this cast. There's too many in this cast. Tiff says the cast is very ego-driven and loud. Oh, thank you so much. I knew, Robin, you would remember the name. Arturo Stromberg. Thank you so much. Hold on. Alicia says, Amon and Quay are my faves, most supportive, and bring positive vibes to the show. Yeah, but look, that's great. We need that. But at the same time, I'm just like, they're just sort of there. There's too many on this cast. Newly says, Amon is so boring. That's probably why their reality show got canceled. Sorry. Ruth Ann says that means it's production. Look, at the end of the day, production at the end of the day is responsible for casting who they're going to bring. Brianna, I know, Brianna, I thought somebody was like, I need to make that a sound effect. Stay tuned. I thought the same thing. Hold on, where is it? Oh man, I lost the comment. Hold on. Oh wait, here it is. Latasha says Breakfast with Tiffany should do well on MTV. Well, that was a sort of online show that she did with MTV that was so good. Tiffany New York Pollard, she had that show where she would interview celebrity guests, sort of like this little brunch show. It was so good. I'm surprised that it didn't. I felt like they should have put more behind it. She has a really great personality. She really does. No, I love her. Andreen says, it's giving me 7 years to complete a 4-year degree. You know what? I can't. All right. Guys, be sure to like the video if you haven't already. This is our Tuesday takeover. We were just talking about College Hill Celebrity Edition Season 2. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on the season so far or any of the other shows that we talked about, like 90 Day Fiancé, Before the 90 Days, 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise, and of course, Match Me Abroad, which is on HBO Max. They're not paying me, y'all. You're welcome for the free advertisement. Shout out to all of you, though. We have about, how many of you guys are in the room? Almost 1,500 of you watching on multiple platforms. So thank you so much for being here. We're not done. We're not done. We still have a lot more to talk about. But I wanted to talk about some of the shows that I've been watching, and we've already covered that. So now let's get into some of the hot topics. All right. So let's get into some of the hot topics. Oh my God, where do I begin? Let's talk about Justin Combs. You know Justin Combs, right? Diddy's son. Look, Lord. Justin Combs was arrested for a DUI. And this came, and I never reported on Danny Lee. You know the singer Danny Lee, singer and dancer Danny Lee, who also the baby mama for the baby. She was also recently arrested for a DUI in Miami. Let me open up this, if I can find it. Hold on. Here it is. All right. So our friends over at USA Today report this. Sean Diddy Combs and Misa Hylton's son, Justin Dior Combs, was arrested Sunday morning in Los Angeles for driving under the influence. Combs, who's 29 years old, damn, where did the time go? Was taken into LAPD custody around 9 a.m. 9 a.m. and booked for a misdemeanor online inmate records reviewed by US Today show. He was released at 9:30 p.m. PST on his own recognizance, meaning he did not have to post a $5,000 bond set under the condition that he will appear in court when requested. I had never seen him get in trouble before. So Combs' arrest occurred during a traffic stop in Beverly Hills. Officers observed the driver possibly under the influence of an unknown alcohol or drugs, an LAPD officer told Fox News Sunday. The investigation revealed that he was under the influence. Officers observed Justin run a red light leading to the traffic stop. He was put through a sobriety test that he failed. Well, look, his mom. She took to Misa Hylton. She took to social media, and I believe some now deleted Instagram story. Because when I originally went to go check, when I thought she just posted it, it wasn't there anymore. Misa Hylton. Hold on. Where's my pictures? Misa Hylton. She's always had like a difficult relationship with Diddy. I don't think I've ever seen them together where he seems like he has a good relationship with his other baby mothers, but I don't think he's ever had a good relationship with Misa Hylton. I remember all the stories from back in the day where she was taking him to court for child support. All right. So she took to social media and she had a lot to say in regards to this. Hold on. Where's my, hold on. I want to, cause she's blaming everybody. She's blaming everybody in what she had to say in this post. So let me just bring this up. All right. So Misa started off her post by saying, I'm not with none of this reality TV ish. When is enough enough? Yeah. Okay. She then says in her Instagram story, I'm not protecting no one anymore, just my son and all the children. Because he has a lot of kids. Diddy. She says, I love a come to Jesus moment. She then says, Misa Hylton, the statement, quote, a fish rots from the head down means that in addition to being a major contributing factor in family or organization success, leadership is also the root cause of its failure and demise. And then she puts in red, the truth shall set you free. Then in another Instagram story, so this is about Diddy, she puts, act bad, question mark, because that's his new song, Diddy. Yes, Diddy's still making new songs. She then says in another Instagram story, she's like, act bad, bad boy. I used to want to be a bad girl. I chose to be a queen, tried and true. I'm not perfect, but I am intentional. She says, I should have kept my child with me. F UCLA too. UCLA is like, how we get in this? How are we involved? She then says, everybody can get it. Oh, damn. She sounds like me. She says, everybody can get it. She's not done. Misa Hilton, Justin Combs' mom, spoke out on social media after his recent DUI arrest. And seemingly it's coming at Diddy and UCLA. She says, how you go from one of the greatest to ever do it to making all your money off alcohol. All right, she's just going out there. And suing the damn alcohol company. That just came out. So Diddy's now suing this alcohol company. He says, sell something healthy that builds people up. I'm sick of it. Not mine's. Then she says, and Christina, if you ever... Who's Christina? And Christina, if you ever try to handle me again, I will go straight across your head. I'm guessing Christina probably works for Diddy. She says, and Christina, if you ever try to handle me again, I will go straight across your head. Stay out of the way. You are a nice person. Everyone is tough until it's time to be tough. She then ends it off. Wait, did she end? Yeah, she then ends it off by saying, everyone has to sit around for years and act like there isn't anything wrong with you. This is where the buck stops for me. Come on. Come on, Misa. Come on, Misa. It sounds like she's been holding that in for a very long time. And we're not going to sit here and act like Diddy's innocent. Because you want to go through the stories. But they've always had, oh, she's an assistant. Thank you, Miyata. I assumed she worked for Diddy. Christina. K-Rocky says she mad. Anuli says she's saying some real stuff though. No, she is. Because we can't sit here and act as if Diddy is innocent. And she's always been fighting for her son. I'm telling you, they've had issues throughout the years. And you've never seen Misa chilling with Diddy. You've seen all the other baby mamas. But Misa's out here doing her own thing. You remember Misa used to style all the girls back in the day. Mary J. Blige, Lil' Kim. Like she was, I mean, she still is. She still very much is in the fashion world. So she makes her own money and she's made a name for herself in this business. And her son with Diddy is Justin. And he was recently arrested for a DUI. Justin, he's really sort of kind of kept out of like trouble for a while. So I don't understand, like all of a sudden. Art World says Justin is grown. However, it sounds like he's influencing his bad decisions. Tammy says Justin's 30. It's now Justin's problem, not Diddy. Well, look, I get her frustration because we don't know the intermingling of history that's happening here. Okay, exactly. Kay says, am I missing something? Maybe we are missing some info. Well, no, I think there's info that she's talking about that she's just not sharing the history part. So we are missing some info. All right. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is our Tuesday Takeover. It's a mashup of some of your favorite reality TV news, and pop culture news. Happens every single Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. PST. I have been talking for a very long time. I have. But we are not done. We're not done. All right. I got to talk about Jacky O. Hold on. Let me bring up, just when I think I have everything here in front of me, guys, I always feel like, oh, there's always one other thing that I forgot to put up here. But luckily, I have my stuff right here, ready to go. Ready to go. Hold on. So the untimely passing of Jacky O happened, and I apologize. I have not been able to cover or get into this story. But Jacky O, she was on that show Wildin' Out. She's also the longtime girlfriend of another Wildin' Out star. Hold on, let me just bring all my stuff out, yo, because there's so much stuff going on right here. There we go. All right. DC Young Fly. All right. And I just saw that the Fox Atlanta 5 said that he spoke out for the first time. DC Young Fly. They write this. It says, Wildin' Out star DC Young Fly has shared his first words since the sudden passing of his partner, Jacky Oh. The Atlanta native and his family released a statement to People thanking everyone for their well wishes. DC Young Fly, whose real name is John Whitfield, says he and his loved ones are asking for privacy during this difficult time. While they were never married, he and Jacky Oh, whose real name is Jacqueline Smith, share 3 kids, a 6-year-old Nova, 2-year-old Nala, and a 10-month-old Prince Nehemiah. So she died on, as you know, Jacky Oh died on May 31st in Miami. The cause of her death has not been released, but a since deleted social media post claimed that she was in Miami to undergo, quote, a mommy makeover. And now this doctor is coming under fire. All right. So shout out to our friends over at Chronicle Speaks, who we've highlighted and cited before. And this is what we always do here on the channel. We cite our sources. She actually discovered some of the reviews of Dr. Zach and him trying to sue these people making these claims about his level of service. Okay. So there are a couple of things that Chronicle Speaks has brought up, and I have linked her full video in the description of this one. But Chronicle discovered that Dr. Zach is currently being sued for similar accusations of just not doing what he should be doing as a doctor. And I'm sure a lot of you probably learned a lot from following this particular story in regards to, who can perform surgeries versus who cannot and things like. Do you have to be board certified? No, apparently not. Because right now, according to our friends over at Chronicle Speaks, Dr. Zach is board. What was he? He's not board certified. He's board reviewing, I think, or something like that. So he's not board certified yet. So I want to play this clip from our friends over at Chronicle Speaks. Again, I've cited the full video in the description because what do? Cite our sources. Okay. So, and wait, sidebar. This has nothing to do with the story. Why I'm minding my own business on the Explorer page, this particular page, and I'm not going to point them out, stole my thumbnail. Nominate. Thank you, Rosanna. I couldn't remember. He's board nominated. Dr. Zach. He's board nominated, but he's not board certified. Exactly. Ruth Ann says Chronicle Speaks did a great job reporting. That's why I said I need to highlight this particular part of the video that she did her work on. But sidebar, just backing tracking. Someone stole my thumbnail. Okay. And you know what they did? Because I was like, oh, that thumbnail looked kind of familiar. You know how I have Kempire on the bottom right of my thumbnails? Apparently, they wanted to put a big old little thing over that. They took all this other stuff. I was like, how lazy are you? How lazy are you? They done stole my thumbnail. Too bad those views weren't hitting either, though. Sorry. Whoa, whoa. You never win when you play dirty. Oh, but exactly. That's exactly why I had a watermark on it. Apparently, I need to put the watermark in the middle. People are so weird. Board eligible. There we go. That was the term. So Dr. Zach is board eligible. He's not board certified yet. So as I said to you before, I'm going to highlight this particular portion of Chronicle Speaks video, but head on over to her full video to see the full report. Go drop your crowns and your elephants and let her know we sent you over there. All right. But take a look at what she found in her research in covering the story on Jacky Oh's untimely death and the doctor that was, I'm not going to say that he's involved because we don't know the reason for her death. Okay. But there are accusations. People are thinking that this had to do with it. All right.
On real self, I'm the type of person, I'm going to go to the bad reviews first. I don't want to hear the good things about you. Let me see the bad things to make sure that I don't run into those types of issues. And a lot of people are saying that they had problems with their mommy makeover. They've had problems with the liposuction. He doesn't suck out that much fat. They've had problems getting in contact with him afterwards. So according to these clients, a lot of the post-op care that they were promised, they did not receive. You have to go back. You have to get checked. There have to be massages and everything that happens to make sure that those fluids don't get built up and knots occur. And it's just a lot that goes into it. Now, Dr. Zachary did sue 2 of the reviewers on the realself.com website, stating that they were lying on him. This is defamatory information and you're causing other patients to not to want to come to me. He was suing them for $30,000 each, but he dismissed both lawsuits without prejudice, which in turn means that he cannot sue them again for the same thing. Now, there is a third lawsuit in which Dr. Oka is the one being sued. With this lawsuit, Dr. Oka worked for a company called For Beauty Aesthetics, and on September 27, 2019, it's being alleged he performed a bilateral gluteal augmentation with fat transfer and liposuction. In other words, take some fat from here and let's give it to the butt to give me some extra junk. Now, according to the plaintiff, Mrs. Cunningham, her and her attorneys say that the defendant owed a duty to her to perform the surgery within the acceptable standard of medical care within the medical community, and For Beauty's agents, employees breached their standard of care when Oka perforated plaintiff's small bowel and caused life-threatening physical injury. And as a result and proximate cause of said breach, plaintiff has endured pain and suffering, incurred significant medical bills and expenses, undergone extreme mental and emotional anguish, and will be forced to undergo additional operations and medical procedures to recover from the harm inflicted upon her by For Beauty. Immediately after her surgery, plaintiff began experiencing excruciating pain and swelling. None of her concerns were addressed by Oka or the staff at For Beauty. Feeling neglected and ignored, patient returned to her home state. Defendants did not attempt to intervene her return home or attempt to communicate with her. Upon arriving to her home, Cunningham went straight to the emergency room at the hospital. It was there that blood work showed her hemoglobin to be at 4.7 when prior to surgery it was close to 13. Plaintiff was diagnosed to have gone into septic shock and kidney failure. After tests, plaintiff's final diagnosis was sepsis due to an unspecified organism, acute cystitis, acute febrile illness, abdominal pain, wound infection, and so forth. Upon review, Oka negligently perforated plaintiff's small bowel with the cannula used in her procedure. Oka, instead of stopping the procedure after knowing he had acted wrongfully and negligently, continued the procedure. Oka negligently allowed the cannula to perforate Cunningham's bowel and injure her colon. Oka not only ignored the medical standard, but was grossly negligent in the procedure. Due to Oka's failure to provide competent care to Cunningham, she had to present to Houston Methodist Hospital for severe sepsis, kidney failure, and many other issues. Now, they're suing for his failure to properly use the cannula and keep it in the area of desired fat to be aspirated. They're saying that he negligently allowed the cannula to perforate the small bowel and injure the colon and contaminate the flanks. That he should have allowed another surgeon to resection and treat the bowel area that eventually caused the deadly peritonitis. They're upset that he did not provide the proper post-operative care and monitoring, and he also did not monitor her blood loss. The list goes on.
Okay. Shout out to our friends over at Chronicle Speaks. Again, the full video will be available in the description of this particular video. So this is not looking good. Again, we do not know how exactly Jacky Oh passed away. However, we do know that this all happened literally within 24 hours of her having this mommy makeover. She was found in a hotel in Miami. That's where the ambulance was called. And I know some of you are saying, like, is this a cheap doctor? And here's the thing. Jacky Oh had, over 1 million followers on her Instagram. I'm pretty sure, because in a now deleted post where he had on his actual Instagram, him and Jacky Oh, I'm sure that this was probably done for free. With the amount of publicity that he would get from her being one of his patients, I'm sure she didn't pay anything for this. So Shireen asked a good question. She says, how can he sue? What is the point of real reviews? So as you know, in Chronicle Speaks video, she mentions that he tried to sue 2 of the people that made reviews on that particular website. And he was suing them for like $30,000. He has now dropped those lawsuits because it's going to be hard to prove that in court. especially if they have the proof. Shireen also says that Dr. Oka is not cheap. It was like $10,000. I'm not sure what $10,000 for what in particular. This is leading to a bigger conversation, though, about people, because this is not the first time we've heard of someone going in for some sort of cosmetic surgery and dying. Again, we do not know for sure if that is the cause of death. We will continue to follow this particular story. LLL says, here in New York State, you check all surgeons' credentials, i.e. education, accreditation, and any malpractice settlements or lawsuits online. That's good information to know, LL. If you know the actual website, please let us know in the chat, and we will highlight that as well. Latrenda, I'm sorry, I missed your super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. Latrenda says, Diddy is too busy being a city boy. Lord. I'm worried about more so his twin daughters because, you know, they lost their mom a few years ago. I'm just wondering, like, who's helping guide them. I know he's become more active, but... Oh, thank you, Shireen. Shireen says $10,000 for a BBL with Dr. Oka. Ann says, hey, Ann. Ann said, not our London folks in the chat. Ann says, $10K is cheap for a surgeon. I'm about to say. And even cheaper if you're getting this done for free. So rest in peace, because I know there have been a lot of really beautiful messages celebrating Jacky Oh's life and the person that she was. And as I said to you before, DC Young Fly just spoke out in a statement to People magazine, just asking for privacy during this difficult time. She had very young kids, even a 10-month-old recently. So shout out to her. And you know what I always say when we talk about someone passing away, again, it's another reminder for the living to live more fully, and also in education when we're talking about these cosmetic surgeries, to do your homework. I'm not going to sit here and tell you not to do it. Do your homework. Do your homework. And if you can't afford to get the doctor that you really want, don't do it. Don't do it. You don't want to pay for this with your life. All right. So I'm going to drop the call-in link for members first, but live chat, we have almost 1,800 people in the building, but we don't even have 600 likes. Really? Really? Let's get to 750 likes, and I'll drop the call-in link for the general audience, and you'll have a minute to share your thoughts on anything that we've talked about, from 90 Day Fiancé Love in Paradise to the Ultimatum Queer Love, or this next story that I'm about to bring up. We talked about a lot. Tuesday Takeover is full. So I did want to mention that I just posted a video talking about Wendy Williams. So let me just bring up this little photo here of my girl Wendy. Hold on. Actually, I'm going to bring up the photo of her and her son as well. So Wendy Williams, her son has done an exclusive interview with The Sun, breaking his silence for the very first time, talking about the people that are around his mom. He does confirm that Wendy has an alcohol problem. He also says that the way that alcohol affects her is very different than it affects anyone else. He also talks about Will Selby, Wendy's new manager, and how they're just pushing her out there. He's like, she does not need to be working right now. She needs to work on her sobriety. He also slams the financial guardian and makes allegations that he believes that the financial guardian is actually connected to Will Selby in some shape or form. We don't know that for a fact, but that's what he's accusing in this interview. If you missed that video that I did, I go at length into some of the things that Kevin Hunter Jr. says in this interview. The saga that is Wendy Williams' life continues. Let's talk about Teressa Guidice. Teressa is back in the news. She's back in the news, and apparently Teressa owes at least $1 million in back taxes. All right. So shout out to our friends over at Page 6. They write this, that Teressa owes the U.S. government a substantial amount of money in back taxes. But the Real Housewives of New Jersey star is well aware of her debts. According to Page 6, her attorney, James Leonard Jr., tells them exclusively this past Thursday that his client knows she has an outstanding balance and is proactively working to pay her dues. So they said this: Miss Giudice has been aware of her tax obligations for years and makes significant timely monthly payments towards her outstanding tax liabilities and will continue to do so until those liabilities do not exist. According to court documents obtained by Page 6, Giudice, who's 53 years old, was notified on May 3rd that she has a new tax lien for more than $17,000. According to Page 6, they said the reality star appears to have an unpaid balance of $14,611.41 for the 2020 tax year, a $2,449.91 for the 2021 tax year per the records. The Sun was the first to report the news of the new tax lien. However, a source tells Page 6 that the particular lien that has been settled with the IRS, although that particular lien has been settled with the IRS, but debts from 2014 and 2015 totaling close to $500,000 are the only ones still active and in the process of repayment. So they said Giudice has faced legal trouble in the past for unpaid taxes, among other financial issues. In March of 2014, the Bravo celebrity and her then husband, Joe Giudice, pleaded guilty to federal fraud charges, including bankruptcy fraud, conspiracy to commit mail fraud, wire fraud, and failure to pay taxes. The former couple admitted that they hid assets from bankruptcy creditors and submitted phony loan applications to get some $5 million in mortgages and construction loans. As you recall, Teressa was sentenced to 15 months in prison in October of that year. All right. So she said this in court at the time: I fully take responsibility for my actions. I deeply love my family. My 4 daughters are my life. This is a perfect segue into the news story from our friends over at Behind the Velvet Rope. They had an exclusive interview with Joe Giudice this past week. Oh, Lord. Look, Lord, really right now, Joe Giudice? So Joe Giudice is saying that he also believes that Joe Gorga and Melissa Gorga were the ones to turn him into the feds. He believes that they had a relationship with his ex-business partner. And he claims that the FBI told him so. Here's the thing. If this is the case, that Joe Gorga and Melissa Gorga turned them into the feds, they wouldn't be able to have to turn you into the feds if you weren't doing illegal stuff. And Teressa, you wouldn't have served a year in prison and missed a year of your mom's life because remember, I keep reminding you guys when we talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey, Teressa was just going to get probation, but they were continuously not being transparent with the information they were providing to the court. And that's why the judge told her, I'm going to sentence you to prison. She was only going to get probation, but there's still no accountability when it comes to either one of the people involved in this situation. And I honestly don't believe the FBI told them anything, because that would be turning on an informant. Former or current FBI. Anyways, I wanted to mention that story to you guys. Let me just drop the call and link for our members first on the community tab. If you're a member of the channel, I'm going to drop the call and link on the community tab. Their Royal Court, senior royals first, and then Royal Court members will have first access to the backstage. And you can talk about anything that you want to talk about that we covered today. All right. And I think the ratings came out for RHOA that I want to talk about as well. And I did want to remind you guys that I will be posting the timestamps later today. Shout out to our King's Guards and things like that. So we'll be posting that later today in the description so you guys can see it. Royal Court members, I'm dropping the call and link for you next. Okay. And Team Campfire members, I'm dropping the call and link for you next. All right. All right. Let me put this here. Let me drop this here. All right. Let me just save this here. And let me just double check the ratings. Let me see if the ratings have come out. Let's see. They have. Let's talk about these ratings. Shout out to our friends over at TV Deets. So our friends over at TV Deets, as you know, we were just talking last week about the ratings hitting an all-time low for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But according to our friends over at TV Deets, they're saying that the live views for Sunday night are back up. Okay, with a demo of 0.24, which the demo is up, I believe, as well, because the demo was consistently going down. And the viewers are up as well with 805,000 live viewers. All right. So we see that. Do we have the? Oh, yes. Okay. And our friends over at their viewers are up. I think their demo is the same. Remember, we were recapping Summer House Martha's Vineyard last night as well. We also had an exclusive interview with Bria Fleming. She called in, so be sure to check out both videos. So their demo was a 0.10. I believe that was the same as last week. I can't recall. And their live viewers are back up this week with 365,000 viewers. Again, we have to keep in mind, last week was a holiday weekend. A lot of people were not at home. A lot of people were vacationing or enjoying their Memorial Day weekend. So, there was a story that came out from Radar Online that Real Housewives of Atlanta cast were concerned. I didn't believe that. 1 week is not going to get the cast concerned. I think they're just generally concerned. Are we going to come back? Did we show enough? No. And you also have to keep in mind, these live viewers is not the numbers that include streaming, social media engagement. These are all things that Andy and these executive producers and networks take into account when it comes to these shows. All right. So, yes. So Summer House Martha's Vineyard, their ratings are back up this week. 365,000 live viewers. Atlanta, 805,000 live viewers. Not bad. Not great. Not great. Our friends over at TV Deets writes this. Hey, Brett. Brett writes, Bravo's RHOA bounced back in ratings this week following a Memorial Day weekend season low. According to the just released ratings, episode 5 earned a strong 0.24 in the all-important demo 18 to 49 and 805,000 live viewers according to Nielsen. A notable increase over the week prior, which was 0.20 demo and 657,000 live viewers. All right. They said the episode, just remind us what happened in the episode. And a lot of you are like, I ain't feeling it. I'm not feeling it. They write, it's following the season low ratings on Memorial Day weekend. Many fans began to worry about the future of RHOA, with reports indicating even the cast is upset at the numbers and worried about what Bravo was going to do about the numbers. All right. Okay. With some outlets called episode 4 a series low, that is actually incorrect. I did see people saying that. I was like, it's not a series low for RHOA, but TV Deets, they do track this for a while now. They've been tracking the Bravo show, reality show ratings. They said, according to Team TV Deets, fact check. Okay. All right. Fact check. The lowest rated episode in terms of live viewers remains season 1, episode 1, with a 0.30 in the demo. Damn, they were close though, y'all. 656,000 viewers back in July of 2008. So they were kind of close. So it's only off by 1,000. So that is pretty low. Look, wait, that is pretty low. So last week's episode had 657,000 live viewers. The last time it was this low was season 1, episode 1, where they had 656. So only 1,000 viewer difference. That's not a good sign, though. That's not a good sign. And the demo was better back in 2008. The demo was 0.30. Look. All right. If you remember the channel, I've posted the call-in link on our community tab. I am going to bring up some callers from the members that want to weigh in or share their thoughts. Live chat, we are almost at 7. We have almost 1,700 people in the building, and we only have 717,000 likes. I'm not dropping the call-in link until we get to 750. I'm sticking with what I said. I've been talking long enough. If we don't get to that number, I'm okay with just taking calls from our members. Okay? Okay, members, I've dropped the call-in link for you. I'm going to bring up Adrian first. Hold on. What's going on, Adrian?
Hey, look, can you hear me? I'm in the airport.
Oh, yes. What's going on?
I'm sorry. I'm at JFK, child. I'm on the way to a real estate conference. Anyway, so let me just give you these two real quick things about Misa and about DC Young Fly's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel so bad for them kids. My sons are the same exact age. I don't have the 10-month-old, but the oldest ones are the same age as her too. And as a mom, I get it. Your body's been stressed out. My sons were big. My oldest was 8 pounds, 3 ounces, 19.5 inches. My second was 10 pounds, 2 ounces, 21 inches. So I understand what that, and I'm only 5'2". So I understand what that does to your body. I understand you want your body back. And this woman was only 32 with 3 kids. I mean, she was having kids for her whole 20s. She was pregnant during her whole 20s. I understand that. What bothers me the most is that this doesn't even sound right, because usually the mommy makeover, it's more than one surgery at a time. It's the tummy tuck and the breast lift, or the tummy tuck and the breast lift and the Brazilian. That is way too much at one time.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot. And I just feel like, regardless, I understand you want your body back, but them kids need their mama. And I just, now DC Young Fly is all of a sudden a single father out of nowhere. The whole thing is sad. But more importantly, in terms of Misa, you and your big son at his big age, I'm sorry, mama, that's on him. That's not on Diddy. That boy is 29 years old. When I was 29, I was getting married. And if I got a DUI, that was on me. That wasn't on my parents. You can't blame your parents for that. And I'm sorry, like, your son at his big age should know better. Y'all got way too much money for that. Could he not call an Uber? Could he not call a Lyft? Could he not call one of the many drivers I'm sure his father probably had at his disposal? And you said that he was arrested at 9 o'clock in the morning. That means he was drinking all night long. So I get it, Misa. And then her thing, she calling out UCLA. She calling out there. And he's 29. That means he graduated from college a while ago. What you still calling out for college for? He's 29.
Did he graduate? I think he did graduate.
I don't know, but at 29, I mean, he would have graduated at least at 22, 23. He's too old for her to be mad at the college still at his big age. What is she mad at them for? So I just feel like, look, I get it, but mama, that's on your baby. That's not on his father. And if he was at 18, living in Diddy's house in his house, then I could see. But at 29, no, honey. No. That's on your son.
Good point.
So that's all I want to say. I'm about to get on my flight. What you say?
Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, I'm sorry, child. And of course, as soon as I called, then the man want to get on the phone and start talking. The whole time I was sitting here, he been quiet. And now as soon as you tell me you're going to bring me up, all of a sudden he want to make an announcement. All right, let me go. I'll see you later.
Safe travels. Wow. Okay. I love it. I love that you guys make time wherever you are to call in. Wherever you are. We're going to bring up Ashley next, another member of the channel. Again, guys, if you want to become a member of the channel, it's very easy. Head on over to teamcampfire.com/join. What's going on, Ashley?
I'm hoping you can hear me. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, great. Because I'm in the car and I was like, we got to talk about RHOA a little bit because I missed the live yesterday. Of course, freaking work. I hate them sometimes. But but I need my paycheck. Anyways, so concerning the ratings, I feel like I'm Candy when she was at Watch What Happened Live and she was like, don't you talk about my mama. Like, I'ma still support. I feel like that is me because I don't care what anybody said. I don't care if I don't like it. I can't leave them. I feel like I'm a stick beside them type thing. But I'm hoping it continues to go up. I have faith in them. I know Nene is never, ever, ever, ever coming back, but my heart is still lies with her. So I just wanted to state on that real quick. And then, of course, with Miss Jacky Oh, that kind of really affected me, too, because she got 3 young kids.
Yeah.
3. Like, that is a lot. But I'm not going to hold you. No. The drink over there. Sorry. I'm not going to hold you too long. I just wanted to. Yeah, that's me. I'm not going to hold you too long. I just wanted to come in like, we got to support our girls. I'm going to still support them. I don't care if you have the TV off and you doing something else. Just give them the rating.
Oh, okay. Ashley, thank you for calling in. Go enjoy your lunch. Bye. I love it. I love it that you guys make the time. You make the time. We reached our goal of 750 likes, guys, but we have 1,600 people in the building. Why are you here for the last 2 hours if you don't like what you're watching? Oh, you're hate watching. Like you hate watch and just like that. Okay, it's still a view. Thank you. Callers, general audience, you will have a minute. I should make it 30 seconds for how long y'all took me to get these likes up. Liking is easy. It's free. Shout out to everyone on TikTok that's been tapping your screens, guys. Let's get to how many likes we have? TikTok, let's get to 25,000 likes. We have over 100 something y'all in here. Okay. Blue Black says, yes, support Black women getting a check. Here's the thing. Here's where I don't agree with Ashley. Yes, I want to support the show. I still want to give the show a shot. I'm not trying to be just done with RHOA like some people have been. I'm done with it. I'm not watching, whatever. Because I believe people are still watching. Our views on RHOA recaps do very well. Okay, some of the best. So people are still watching the show and still want to know what's happening with this show. But there are some changes that needs to happen over at Real Housewives of Atlanta. I've told you this countless times. I'm so surprised that we came back with the same exact cast. So I'm not surprised that the ratings are rating the way that they are. And although last week's was a season low, it was very close to a series low. Because as we pointed out from our friends over at TV Deets, it was only 1,000 viewers difference from their season 1, episode 1. That's not good. That's not good. Just saying, there has to be some critical changes. I don't want an entire recast, but there's got to be a few people gone next season. A few people have to go next season. Sean said, well, then there's that, Sean. Sean says, we listen for the recap. We just don't watch. Well, I appreciate it, but I still have to watch the show. I'll do it. This is my job. All right. Hold on. Thank you so much, Ann, for the super chat. I almost missed my super chats. Thank you so much for the super chat, Ann. Ann says, please know, a mommy makeover with reputable board certified surgeons will start from $30,000. These surgeons will usually have limited schedules. Should you choose to post-op at a hotel, please hire a day or night nurse for at least 1 week. Rest in peace. You know what? Look, I don't think I'm made for those types of surgeries. Cause I'm just like there's certain like little minor stuff that I'm just like, I'm a little punk about those stuff. So I don't know if I could do. I remember seeing my friend get a liposuction. I said, and this was years ago. I said, I don't know how you did it, girl. I could never. All right, we're gonna take a couple of callers. Anuli's backstage. Let me just bring her up. Hold on. What's going on, Anuli?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Shout out to Sister on the Move because she keeps me locked in on TikTok. She sends me all the lives. So shout out to Sister on the Move. I think she's there now because she sent me the link. I just wanted to sound off while I'm at my local Trader Joe's about College Hill. We've been watching it since season 1. I like this season better. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Really?
I like that they're more serious about school. Like, it's exciting to see them actually take it seriously because, you know, as a college student, we all go through the same, like, oh, I'm hungover. I can't go to class and whatnot. But I don't know. And so it's just like, they handle it really well. Rachel gotta go. I don't know why he was there. Like, we understand you need a check. I know it's hard out here. But, like, he needs to go. It's just annoying to see. He's been on TV since I was, like, 8. And I'm just like, you're not really providing anything for culture. Either he says he is the culture or for, like, my brain cells. So he has to go. And with the Jacky Oh, didn't know her before. I really did appreciate, like, people, like, talking, like, you know, people remembering her. I know that B. Simone and Megan, they had her on her podcast and really gave her her flowers before she passed away and how good of a friend she is. And it was really nice to see that, like, you know, we can all see that, like, that one person in our lives, either whether we are that person or, you know. So I was just to see them talk so nice of her. It was sad to see them lost someone so close. That's it.
Thank you, Anuli, for calling in.
No problem.
Take care. All right. Guys, you just joined us. This is our Tuesday takeover where we cover a variety of reality TV news, and pop culture news. If you're part of the replay crew, or our later on crew, be sure to let us know your thoughts on any of the hot topics that we covered. And subscribe if you enjoy content like this. And be sure to check out the Wendy Williams video that we just dropped right before the live. Go give that a like and share your thoughts on the new Kevin Hunter Jr. interview that he had with The Sun. All right, I'm going to bring up Tiana next, and that will be our last caller for today. What's going on, Tiana?
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good. No, I just wanted to talk about one. I'm very sick and tired of the Teresa the Joe who called the police, who didn't call the police. I think that this has been a blame game that they have, that they have accused multiple people. And I think, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm even looking at Jacqueline a little sideways because I don't care what our friendship was. If you accuse me, because she had accused Caroline, then she had accused Jacqueline. If you accuse me at one point of being the reason why you went to jail or being the one who tipped off whoever, I don't care how much time has gone past. We will never be close. We can. I mean, I can forgive you, but I'm just gonna kind of leave it at that. And so now I don't know if Jacqueline. I know she lives in Las Vegas, so I don't know if she might. There's a show opportunity, for her, maybe a Real House of Las Vegas, and they can center it around her. I don't know what her end game is, but I worry for Teresa because it seems like she surrounds herself with people, and it does not seem like they have the best intentions for her. You have Louie, and then now you have Jacqueline, so I just don't know. But then also about, unfortunately, with Jackie, in her passing, from what I've learned, and then listening to Dr. Terry DeBro, and the other doctor when they have this show, is that you can be a board certified surgeon in like general surgery and you can still perform plastic surgery.
Yeah.
And so if you are going in for cosmetic procedures, make sure that you're doing your due diligence and you're making sure that they are a board certified plastic surgeon. And so I don't know if, because obviously the families, they're grieving, and I don't even know if there's really been an autopsy or anything like that. But I don't think if the family does try to go after some kind of monetary compensation, I don't even think anything like that would hold up, because I'm sure in all of the paperwork that she signed, the credentials were in there, but did she read it?
Yeah.
You know how quick you get to the doctors and you just start signing off, and you're not reading a thing. And so, unfortunately, it's like we have to make sure that we're doing our due diligence when we're getting surgery, and just make sure that you go for a board-certified plastic surgeon.
Thank you so much for calling in, Tiana. We appreciate you.
No, thank you. I hope you guys have a great day.
You too. Take care. Oh, man. Let me say thank you so much. Lisa McDuffie, thank you so much for being a member for almost a year. She says, my heart breaks for Wendy. This is a sad situation. Wendy Williams, she's referring to. Hold on. Oh, I love this. Anuli says, I forgot to say, I saw someone on the F train with your Kempire shirt. Really? Shout out to New York. I love that. And it wasn't me. Look, and it wasn't me. And thank you so much for another super chat. And says, no judgment if you choose surgery. However, a nutritionist, a personal trainer, Pilates, yoga, fasting, and discipline will yield more sustainable results. Yeah, me either. No judgments. Look, I'm in my Pilates. I got my meeting with my nutritionist this week or next week. Maybe next week. So, look, I'm trying, but look, it's still a struggle. But I'm also too much of a punk to go for surgery. So then there's that. All right. Especially after stories like this. May she rest in peace. Rest in peace, Anna Shay, as well. Guys, thank you so much for being here for our Tuesday takeover. I will see you all in the next video. Don't forget to like up this video. We have still over 1,500 of you in the building. Can we get to 1,000 likes? Why are y'all holding out on the likes? What's going on? Why are y'all holding out on the likes? Are y'all hate watching? Are y'all just watching to steal a thumbnail? Like that other person I caught stealing the thumbnail and then try to hide my logo? What is wrong with you people? You know what we say here. Cite your sources. Shout out to our friends over at Chronicle Speaks for helping us add some more substantial information to the Jacky O story. Again, more of our sources are cited in the description of this video. Thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat. We appreciate you supporting the channel any way that you can. Some of you send in Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, things like that. We appreciate that. And shout out to all of you that have become members, like Mo Money, who just became a member. We appreciate you. You can become a member at teamcampfire.com/join. And speaking of Campfire merch, don't forget our Pride merch is available only this month at houseofcampfire.com. All right, go ahead on over and go check out the merch there or thecampfire.com for everything Campfire. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much to our King's Guards, aka our moderators. Thank you to the members. And of course, thank you to our subscribers. And thank you to those of you that are watching in the bushes. We appreciate you. Bye, y'all. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. I just realized I forgot to talk about 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. That's how much stuff we talked about. But you know what? Next week we will get back to this. We will get back to 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. I thought I covered everything. No, we had so much to cover. We forgot about 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. It's okay. I will get back to you guys next week. We'll talk about episode 1 and episode 2 because I am loving 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. I just realized, like, I forgot to talk about my show. It's all right. It's all right. It happens. It's a live show without a producer. It's me producing. Anyways, out of here, y'all.